Hi, it's Xavier and I'm at the front end of my bonsai retreat, and I've just filled my stomach with some lovely chocolate hobnobs, and I'm just waiting for Matt to arrive, who's visiting from down north. We met up at Tony's extravaganza, but I think he's going to help reassure me that I have trees that are vaguely good. Anyway, before Matt arrives, I just suddenly thought there's a big burning issue that a lot of people have, and me included. And that is, why on earth did my tree not put on any foliage at all this year? Is it dead? Is it dying? Have I got to do something? Well, hopefully I'm going to be able to answer that question. So we're going to look at 3 oak trees, and I'm going to tell you why you probably shouldn't worry. Well, actually, if it's come from my garden, maybe you should worry. Actually, in fact, anything to do with me, you probably ought to worry. Should we have a look then? Now, this first oak, if you've been really good, you'll have seen it in an early video where I repotted this, and originally it was a stump from Greenwoods. But every year it's put on loads of growth, apart from this year. And the reason is simple: it's put on sufficient that it's got for the roots that it's got in there. But if you look, last year I did a massive repot on it, took off at least 50% of the roots, and I've jammed it into a wee pot. And I'll show you the base in a minute. The bottom line is the tree is fine. It's got through the repotting all right. The buds and leaves opened up from the spring, but it's said, yeah, that'll do me fine. So what did I do? I fed it, I didn't prune it, and I'm still waiting. And yeah, I checked the leaves to make sure there isn't a bug infestation. That also could be the cause. I know the soil's fine, so I reckon that come next year it'll burst out in new life, joy, and stuff like that. So we'll go to the second example. Although first, I'll just let you have a look at the roots there. Very odd root structure, very lateral, but thankfully my little axeman is guarding them, but that tree's fine. Now, the next tree I wanted to show you is this one, and you saw this oak forest plantation being chatted about earlier in the year. And I think I said to you I wanted to put it into a new pot, and when I looked at it, although the roots were pretty good, it wasn't ready for a new pot yet, but I recognised that it was getting close to repotting time. And again, this tree is saying to me, I've got enough room and energy for actually sustaining the growth that I've got, but I probably haven't got the space and room in my roots to throw out loads of new growth. So it's telling me, hey, I'm lacking a bit of percolation, you know, perk me up. And it's saying, repot me next year. So this one isn't going to put on loads of growth, and I don't expect it, but this is probably a nice early sign. If you haven't picked up on the lack of percolation, if you don't get a lot of growth, or any growth actually, then that's another sign that probably you want to have a little look in the roots the following spring. But certainly nothing to worry about. Now, of course, the easy one, and the thing that we all like to see, and we all get used to seeing, is when you get loads of growth. But that's because this was actually put together this year. So, had lots of new young plants, had lots of soil around them, and it was vigorous, lots of energy, and it's been pruned twice. This would be its 3rd pruning. I'm actually going to wait, I think, a little bit, and just let it go, and let all that energy that's coming from the leaves help build the roots through the autumn. Absolutely, this is what you want to see, and the other 2 that you did see will look like that next year. Or you'll see them on my Bonfire Night special in 2024, which probably isn't such a great thing. So in the end, if your tree doesn't put out growth, you don't have to worry straight away. Have a think about it. We've considered a couple of factors. The other one I didn't talk about though would be infections or issues that may be in the roots. But either way, if you've had the tree for a while, you're going to have a pretty good idea how it generally acts and performs. It's like children, you know when they sulk, you know what the reasons are generally. You're not letting them do something. It'll be the same with this. This tree is happy, I've given it loads of soil to grow in. The other trees, one's telling me you cut too many roots off too quickly, I need a bit of time to recover. The second one's saying, hey man, you're going to repot me soon because at this rate I'm going to have crumpled roots. And you know when toes get all jammed up? Well, we won't talk about toes, but you'll hear about that in another video. So I think what I'm trying to say is, although there can be lots of other external factors, the factor we're talking about today is understanding where the roots are in relation to that tree at this particular time. Fresh repot, but an old big tree. Fresh repot, but young, healthy trees. or one that's saying I need a new repot. Anyway, that's Matt at the door now, so I've got to do my hosting part. And I'll say to you again, I'm getting more people dropping by because they've realised just how close I am off the A1, just around the Grantham turnoff. You fancy dropping in, drop us a line or drop us a line in the comments, and I might even smile. But you know what? I am what you see. That's deep, isn't it? Is that profound? We like the profound word, don't we? Anyway, from Xavier in his bonsai retreat by his back door, which is really important to know. So thanks very much for watching. Hope this is helpful, and happy bonsai and God bless. Cheers.